Yeah. Hello, everybody on Facebook and YouTube and all the other places. And hey, JP.
Hey, Heather.
Hey, so we're here celebrating the event that's coming up, the field, May 19th through 22nd, but we have a really awesome topic to share about. Um,
A
which
really
I'm like,
awesome topic that I came up with just before the
no,
call.
it's just that's me. I'm
I love it.
I'm so moved by it. I'm gonna
I
stay
know.
grounded and
It's just,
present.
it was innocent, authentic self-admiration, joy. It was beautiful.
Or just, yeah, is it self I could lean into it being
It's goat.
self-admiration.
It's
It's
goat.
it's the concept, not myself, that I was celebrating, but we can celebrate me. I
Yeah.
won't
I
say no to that.
started.
You're
Yeah.
celebrating me. So, well, first, you came up with a really awesome topic, a new like term that you coined. Will you tell us what love money is real
That I
quick?
coined.
You
Oh,
coined.
I got the pun. I got
Oh,
that. I got you. Uh, yeah, love money just as a noun. Um, and I don't, well, just for context, I have been realizing that when I first started, literally the first thing I ever did as a coach, like 16 years ago, was to run an event called the Love and Money Ultimate Persuasion Day. I was a magician coming into coaching and personal development, and I loved human connection and love, and I love making money. I had a web media company as well at that time, and those are just the two things that I was like fascinated with and about.
yeah.
And persuasion, like magic, like communication, like influence, and and I've done millions of different things over the years since then, and yet at the bottom of everything, and what I actually end up in conversation with people the most about is making money
Mm-hmm.
and being loving and loved.
Mm-hmm.
And clients will come to me mostly because they want to make more money as an entrepreneur, a sole proprietor, a coach. We do that, and then at the end they're like, this was awesome, I've got my dream home, I've got all my things, and the best gift of the work was how I learned to love myself. And so those love and money have just been like through lines for me
Yeah.
since the beginning. Like, I can't help it.
Yeah.
Um, and I was out for a run the other day, and I don't know why the term like blood money came to mind. And then I was like, oh, blood money, love money. Like, blood money is like, I'm not saying they're the same thing. I mean, like, the concept
No,
of blood money is like money that is
the
tainted.
spectrum of monies. Yeah.
Yeah, there's all different type. Here's the thing. Like, if somebody came to you with a briefcase of cash and they were like, I want to give this to you, and you're like, okay, where did it come from? Oh, it's blood money. You'd be like, I don't want that.
Yeah.
You don't want that money because of the energy that it's infused with, where it came from, what it could lead to, what the reciprocations could be of you being tied to that, or like, you don't want
Right.
to have
No
relationship
blood
stuff.
money. Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Um, so what if the briefcase was filled with love money? And they're like, what's that? And they're like, oh, this is money that was given to me because I was loving people. And actually, all of it is the reciprocation of love in a monetary form.
Right.
And
Yeah.
so the idea that money can be infused with meaning and story and its history and where it came from and why it's there is a real thing. We already acknowledge that, like diamond, blood money,
Yeah.
blood diamonds, right? And so for me, looking at like, what if I built a business where the only money that I was willing to receive was love money, meaning money that was paid to me because a person felt loved, and not like, oh, just because like I like love them in some kind of like, I don't know, just like, oh, you're so great. Acknowledgement's just one kind of love. Not certainly not blowing smoke up people's ass, but acknowledgement can be one kind of love. But it don't just mean that. I love this definition I heard from what's the woman's name? The woman doing the telepathy tapes.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember her name right now, but Kai something. And she said in an interview that a definition of her love that she heard, which I thought was so fantastic, is love is anything that unifies.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, that's the best definition of love I've ever heard. Anything that unifies. Internal unification, bringing
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
together,
Yeah. Yeah.
unifying a person's embodiment with a concept that they have, like, which is anything that unifies is also something that creates, right? Because creation
Yep.
comes through unification. And so, what if love money? What if the only money that I was willing to receive is money that I was paid for creating unification, for bringing something together, people together, ideas and concepts together, having a person feel loved in that way? Then that starts to feel really fucking exciting. And then here's the really fun part. And then making money in my business is no longer about what that money can afford me as for freedoms in my life. That's a big part of it. It's
Mm-hmm.
also now a benchmark for how much love I've been able to put out in the world. And
Yes.
so I never really had the idea to make more than a couple $100,000 a month, because that's like enough for me and my family to have a lifestyle we want to have the freedom we want to have. But now I'm like, fuck, if I could make $1 million a month,
Uh-huh.
and that
Love people that
$1 million
much.
a month is an indicator of how much love that I've impacted the world with in that month.
Yes.
If I
Yes.
have that constraint that the only money I receive and am paid is love money. And so it both creates this sense of joy and excitement for the money I'm being paid. And I feel the gratitude for the money that I have been paid by clients because of my way of loving them and helping them to love. And so now it's helped me to like 10x my vision for my business,
Yes. Yes.
I want to make 10 times as much money, not because I need it, but because that's a way of measuring how much love I'm putting out, because I have this constraint called love money. So I'm bringing that through in all my work and inspiring my clients in my private podcast, which is called the Daily Dose, which if you're watching this, you're welcome to subscribe. We'll drop a link. I was talking about that recently. People are getting fired up about it. So,
Yeah. I think there's about 100 subscribers now. I've been keeping an eye on it.
are we at 100? We were at
We'll have
99.
to
We're
see.
at 98. Yeah.
Let's
I'm
look.
gonna
It's
check.
almost
I'll race
there.
you to it.
Um, 100. It's at
100.
100.
Ta-da! Yeah. Here's what it looks like. You can't really see it, but
It's on
anyway,
Telegram.
it's on
Yep.
Telegram. Yeah. I'll drop a link in.
Yeah. So it's funny to hear you say, what if I could make love money? Because my experience of you is that's what the only thing I've seen you do.
Well, I don't mean
Right?
what if I could start making love money instead of regular money. I mean, what if I could make $1 million worth of love money? And what if the only money I could be paid is love money? So I'm realizing that's like, it was inspired
Yeah.
by like my gratitude for my farm here in Maui. Is that my favorite part is like the money I used to buy it was money that was paid to me by loving people. That was like the beginning of this
Yeah.
kind of concept without it as a name. And so I'm not like throwing myself under the bus or something, but
No.
understand
I'm celebrating
more
you.
of the time
Yeah.
and more of it. Yeah.
Yeah. And so you just wrote a beautiful article for the Ultimate Coach Facebook
Yeah.
group about championing. And I was like, championing. And I was like, man, that is how JP makes love money. You
Mm-hmm.
champion people.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
What is
then,
champion?
all right,
Yeah. What?
I'll tell you first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell us what a champion is. Yeah.
Um, the champion is a lot of things. The original meaning of it was born in a session with the Ultimate Coach, in which, I don't know if you know this, but he helped me to realize, it was one of the moments where I had like the biggest cry actually in a session, of cry of sadness. He helped me to, like, looking back at my life, he helped me to realize that there had been a number of things where I'd competed, like martial arts and school
Yeah.
and stuff. And I never got first place. I always came in second.
Uh-huh.
And it was because, and we talked about like how, what ends up with a person getting silver, not gold on the Olympics. And it's like, because it's not the physical difference, right? It's something in their mind that says
Mm-hmm.
that I'm a gold medal winner versus I'm not.
Mm.
And he helped me to see that, like, I just had this story that I'm not number one. I
Yeah.
can't be number one. I'm just
Yeah.
not. And that was like, just like, I'm almost there. And then like right at the fucking last moment, it's like, no.
Yeah.
And so I never thought that I could be the best. I never thought that I could be a champion. And so
Yeah.
that's where the idea of champion being born was. And so I started off with, I'm a champion in like, I can be number one. But then, as it often and always happens, whenever I connect with something that's true within me and I be with it over a period of time, the more pervasive meaning and the breadth of that meaning starts to become obvious to me. And
Yeah.
then I started to realize that, like, oh, being a champion is also about championing other people. And it's like, I have such a warrior blood energy. I have so much intensity and such a spirit of like wanting to fight for what's true and for other people and for freedom. And, and so I started to realize that, oh, this is what this is also. And it's both like, I am the best, I can be the best. And also I
Yeah.
am so for other people. And then I looked up the word and I discovered that a champion is a knight. Like, actually where the word originally comes from is like a knight who was like the number one knight for a king or a queen that would go to the coronation and say that if anybody thinks this person should not be king or queen, then I will fight you to the death right now, right here.
Yeah.
And that was, a king or queen's champion. And
Yeah.
so when I read that, I was like, that's how it feels when I'm in a conversation with a person. Like, I'm not
Yeah.
going to physically die. I'm not
Yeah.
going to put my physical, like, actual life on the line, but I am willing to fucking just really go for it. I'm willing for the idea of who I am and who I need to be in this conversation to die so I can be something else so they can be free. And so for me, that's what being a champion is for being so committed to the right of another person's sovereignty, for their uniqueness and their power and their freedom, to be acknowledged and expressed. And I'm like, when I'm in front of a person, I'm like a dog with a bone with that. Like I'm not going to give up.
Yeah.
They might give up and they might be overwhelmed, but I'm not going to. And so yeah, that's what I mean by it.
Yeah. And I have like my experience of you championing me, back in Creators Circle in 2021 was a moment where I did not think that I could have any positive effect on my marriage. I was like,
Mhm.
and you were like, you just looked at me like, what? Like, go get it. Like,
Yeah,
the question was, are you in or you out? But you were implying that get in and handle it.
yeah,
Go
yeah.
create something different. What do you want? You can have it. And like, man,
You
that
know what my
experience. Yeah.
sorry to interject just on that point. That surprise that I had wasn't because like I know that you can do it and I'm surprised that you don't think you can. It was I know how much you know your power to create in every aspect of your life. And it's
Uh-huh.
like this one area you think you can't. That's what are you crazy? That's where it
Yeah.
came from.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But
Yeah.
continue, yeah.
So as we were discussing this, as I was coming up with, oh, what would be awesome to talk about today? What's alive in us? JP's been talking about champion, and I'm, rolling around the word champion and its different uses. And what's been really beautiful is I first hired you as a coach and you championed me. And then it's been
Mhm.
so freaking fun to get to show
Mm,
up and be on your team and champion you. And then
yes,
the word championship came to
so good.
mind.
I love
And
it.
I was like, holy guacamole. Like two people championing each other, right? So that both of their greatness shows up.
Mhm,
Like what that is like the epitome of human relationship.
mhm,
Like this is the world that I find you inviting people into is let's champion each other. And when I come to an event, when I participate in one of your programs, that's the space that's held,
mm,
right? It's like come to the championship, not as competing each other so that somebody wins, but we're all going to hold each other. We're going to see the greatest in each other. We're going to provide an opportunity, like being in conversation with you and even with the other people that show up, that people that show up for this kind of energy is coming to the championship. Like, come become the champion of your life, who you need to be, like you were saying, to be the number one in your
mhm.
freaking life.
Yeah,
And yeah.
yeah. Being in a championship is such an awesome metaphor. I can feel the energy of
Uh-huh.
it. It's because it's got both of those things that I was just talking about when it comes to being a champion. Let me just turn my phone off. Hold on. Just distracting me. So like the energy of obviously what you're talking about is like being in a dynamic where multiple people are championing each other and like kind
Yes.
of a joint championing vibe. And then also like, and we're all on a mission to win.
Yeah.
Right? Like we're in the
Yes.
championship game. Like this is we're in it to win it. And that it really is the energy of our events. Like we're all here championing each other
Yeah.
to win this game of life, to create the most that we can create. So yeah, it really nails it.
Yeah. It's um I, me, everyone else that comes you, it's like we're looking to have the greatest experience of being alive, really.
Mm,
And man, having relationships
mm,
like that, I I think that my experience is that um mm, like being in that with you within my marriage, right? Having you look at me and be like, you can do it,
mm.
right? Like, thank goodness that we all have moments like that. I'm just feeling grateful, right?
Moments of
For
doubt or
the
moments of
opportunity
support.
that we have to do
Yeah,
that for each other.
yeah,
Both, they create each
yeah,
other. Yeah. So coming and bringing the most challenging parts of your life and
yeah.
championing others and being championed by others. It's such a gift.
Yeah,
It's,
I think that I just want to say about that. I think it's an important thing to actually mark out that like this love money thing, love and money thing, like they can seem like two totally separate categories. And it's kind of like you're trying to do relationship coaching and support and making money as an entrepreneur in the same place. It's like they are so not different.
the same. Yeah.
They're just two like they're just two relationship and money are two like doorways into like the most primal needs and the
Yeah.
things that are deepest in us and that are hardest in us and have us most meet the difficult things in us. And
Yes.
so like the conversations just weave from one to the other. Like not every time, but so many times that I'm talking about stuff in a person's
Mm,
business, I'm also talking to them about their relationship, or they're realizing, oh my gosh, this is going on in my marriage or my relationship. And it's like these two paths are so aligned and so one.
yeah.
Um, and so I just want to say that anybody who's been thinking about coming to the field and they're like, you know what, I'm good. Money's good. Like I've got the money. I don't need more money. It's not like I'm looking for, but they feel drawn to this conversation. Like, don't feel like, oh, we're going to be just talking about how to make money and that's not my thing. Like, come anyway, because the conversations are going to help you learn how to love yourself and love other people more effectively. You know, I've got a number of clients where money isn't really the thing, but the relationship is.
Yeah.
And our conversations about how they can be differently, like and it takes some time. Sometimes it takes some time for my clients to like open up to me about that's what's going on. Right. And then once they do, it's like, now we can fucking get somewhere because that's actually why you've secretly really been here the whole time.
Oh my gosh.
There's a
Yeah.
deeper, what'd you just see? There's a deeper thing that
Yeah.
you want, but it's hard to even acknowledge.
I saw that it really takes something to let yourself be championed. Like it really took something to let myself be championed by you still. Like
Mm,
it
yeah,
takes something to show up and let and to be in that conversation and to be in
yeah,
that relationship. And there's always more to discover,
mm,
right? Like there's not some limit that like, oh, I got it. Check, 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 check. As you were
mm,
speaking, um, it's not about getting somewhere, it's about becoming someone, right? And lots of people that come to this work and to your events, our coaches are in the business of creating love money to like because they're loving people,
mhm.
whatever, even if they're creating websites, like it's all a form of love. And coming and letting yourself be championed, that that is what has allowed me to powerfully champion other people in
So true.
my business, right? Enroll
Yeah.
clients into their like let them help me holding space for them to let me champion them happens because I can do that because I've let myself be championed,
Yeah, it's
right?
so true. That's really fucking hard for me too, actually.
Yeah.
It's really
Mhm.
hard to receive love in that way. Um, and so like I can think of like so many people who have been trying to champion me and love me and I've been like not letting it in,
Mhm.
but it's completely unconscious because I don't it's hard to
Yeah.
know it's not hard to know how you're blocking receiving something.
Yeah.
And so I trusted them enough to keep showing up and keep getting curious about how I could be blocking this. Like I hear you. I'm like,
I'm
you
right
know,
here.
thank
Yeah.
you. Like, I hear what you're saying. I'm receiving it, right? And it's like, no, you're not. You're not receiving it. And it's like,
Yeah.
and so the more I got curious about that and learned about that, the more I was able to actually receive. And then I was able like to actually get the value that was there in that championing because you can be championed all
Yeah.
day long without receiving it and not get access to any of the
Yes.
value, you
Yeah.
know? Like people
No,
can keep trying to deposit money into your account and the account's closed. It's like there's just going to keep bouncing off.
yeah.
So, so yeah.
So, yeah, beautiful growth edges all over the place in this conversation. Before we go, I want to touch just a little bit on the field, right?
Mm,
Let's if this sounds cool to you, like you're officially invited. Every single person that comes to any of these events, this will be my fourth event. I transform every single time. Um, is somebody worth championing and worth being championed by. Absolutely. Like these are
mm,
my favorite people. I've been messaging people. I got a couple notes today and I'm just so touched, like the connections that we make during these conversations. They just last a lifetime.
mm,
So come join us. It's in JP's living room. So we're going to be in the Morgan space. for 4 days. The 5th day, if you'd like, you can come on a hike up the volcano with us. We already have a couple
Mhm.
people
Mhm.
joining. I'll be there. Sam, my husband, will be there. I'm super excited for him to come experience it.
Yeah.
And yeah, the deepest conversations on the planet. That's what I like to say. This is where they're
Yeah.
happening.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. I just want to also always say that, no, I don't forget that this event in particular is for a lot of people halfway around the world in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, like going to Hawaii in particular
Yeah.
can sound and feel like a luxury that you don't deserve at this moment because you haven't ticked enough boxes, made enough
Yeah.
money, done enough of the things. Like, what will people think if you're just fucking off to Hawaii? That's one of the reasons we moved here is
Mhm.
because, like, it's a dream. That's like, because actually my wife, when she spoke the idea of moving to Hawaii, she spoke it from that place as like kind of a joke.
Yeah.
She's like,
Right.
because we were like, "Where are we gonna move?" Because we wanted to get out of Santa Monica, and, she's like, "What about Hawaii?" Like, as in, like, "Oh, yeah, like, Hawaii," and I was like that was the fucking nail in the coffin for me. The idea that that can't even just it wasn't, like, fully that, but, like, even if
Yeah.
there's, like, a 5% of we couldn't do that, like, that's I'm fucking, like, laser beam focused on that, and so I want a presence that the extraordinary nature that this may seem for you. For some people, it's not a big deal. They travel all over the world. But for those who are like, oh, I would totally go to this event if it was like down the street or like in like New York or somewhere like standard. But like Hawaii, oh my God, I can't really that's a fucking reason to go. If you've got that, oh, I can't like that, lean into that. Teach yourself that you show up for life that way and that you can do extraordinary things and go to extraordinary places. And we've made this one our home, but there's nowhere on earth that I would say is too extraordinary for us to go. And as soon as there's fucking flights to the moon or Mars, like sign me up. Not for the
Yeah.
first flight, probably, but like once it's a little like proven safe.
JP's officially championing you
I am officially championing you.
to come to
Like,
Hawaii and do
book the
something really
fucking
extraordinary.
ticket, just go to
Yeah.
the fucking whatever it is, the website, our website or the plane website or the whatever, and just do
Say
it. Yeah,
yes, yes.
come.
Yep,
Uh,
and if you wanna have a conversation about the difference it would make in your life, in your being, um, yeah, shoot us a message. I'm happy to talk, JP's happy to talk, and we'll explore from there. So, everyone who's watching, thanks a bunch, and, mwah.
Mwah!